Quite a lot's happened since the last update in TBM. We had the suspension revalved by Chris Hockey at Dr. Shocks. It was good. It was a really big improvement on the standard suspension. I was still struggling with it quite a lot in races. It was killing my hands. I was getting really bad blisters. I was struggling with arm pump like mad. And I spoke to Chris again, and he felt I needed stiffer spring rates. We went harder on the springs again, from a 5.2 shock spring to a 5.4 and a 4.8 shock spring up from a 4.6. And as soon as I did that, the first time I went and rode it, I knew straight away it was perfect. We went to my little practice track for an hour, and straight away I had no arm pump. I could ride as hard as I wanted to ride. I had no problems at all, which was really, really good. The other issues we were having, the rear brake disc was wearing quite prematurely. It was pretty much ruined after kind of 40 hours, which was a little problem Beta knew about, and they've changed the disc, and so I got a new one off Beta. Just before I got a new one off Beta, I had a little problem at a race where the rear brake pin fell out and the pads came out with it. It pretty much destroyed the caliper, so we managed to get another caliper for a reasonable price, and then we put the new disc on with some Galfa pads to match the standard disc, and it's been perfect ever since, really. The disc isn't wearing. It's got about probably 15 hours on it now, and it is perfect. So they've changed something in the material, or there was a bad batch of discs there. The brakes feel really good now. We've got Galfa pads in the front and rear, and just, yeah, the discs are bedded in, and we've got that ASV lever on there, and that's made a really big difference as well, like I said last month in the magazine. I was also having a little bit of problem with the gearing. I always felt like I was kind of between second and third gear in medium speed going, and I was kind of, in second gear it was over revving quite a lot, and it was quite hard to make forward progress. It just didn't want to go, it would just spin, and in third gear it would go much better, but we were working the clutch really hard all the time, and kind of, it wasn't quite right. So we went to a 50 tooth because that was all Talon could provide us with at the time. They're the only people that kind of make sprockets other than the stock sprockets. And it is quite a bit better. It's much easier to kind of hold third gear than it was, and it runs through much cleaner. I'd like to try a 51, I think it'll be better again. The other major thing that we've kind of had to do was blow the exhaust out. It's proven, the standard exhaust proved to be quite soft. It doesn't take much to dent it. It seems to happen quite a few times. So the first time we blew it out, we blew 4 dents out of it. And I've had to do it again since. So that's a little bit frustrating. Quite a bit of different racing on it, and it's performing really well. I did done a few of the AMCA British Hare and Hounds Championships, and a couple of local events in Swansea as well that have been really good. The bike's been really, really good. There's no problems with it. It seems to be holding strong. It's got almost 50 hours on it, and it doesn't need a piston. It still feels the same as when I got it. It's still stronger than a KTM to live with. It's been a joy, really. It's been much better than the last bike I had, which kind of had a lot of bits falling off it. I just do nut and bolt check before I go racing, and nothing really seems to break or fall off, or not had any problem.